Stars, it's Rox, and I am coming to you today with the review for Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 10, Episode 5. So let's get to it, shall we?
Everybody want to know the tea on ski. Everybody want to know where I be.
That's right, you guys. Jenna is in the studio, and she is giving it to y'all. She tells us that she feels a little bad, though, that she cut up at the showcase and that Richie D was there to see it because, you know, she's really serious about this music thing and she wants him to know that. So he is there with her and he is listening to her in the studio, and I really do feel like this girl has it. She is pretty talented. I like her. She don't really have to worry about old man Richie D because he ain't going nowhere because he knows that a star is in his midst. All he needs to do is put her in the right places and get the credit for it. So, you know, he, even though he was disappointed with the way that she acted, I don't think, first of all, we've seen worse. It could get worse. She was kind of just clowning, but still, you know, she wants him to know that she's serious. So he tells her the showcase was bomb, but you're going to have to be a little bit more professional than the way that you acted. And she says she knows. He says, okay, now what about this fresher with a PH? He gonna be a little bit of a problem because he don't seem to want to be going anywhere. And she says, I know, you know, we've had this personal relationship for some time. He's known me since I was a kid. So, you know, it is going to be something, but that's why I invited him down here to talk so we can kind of get this all straightened out. Okay, so while she's telling old man Richie D this, who should walk in but fresher with a PH? And he says, you know, he didn't know that he was going to be sharing, you know, this talk time with old man Richie D. And if this nigga think that he about to take his artist, then he got another thing coming. So, you know, Fresher is there for the fight, but Janoski, she gets it really straight really quick. She was just like, you know, you was at the showcase, you invited your dumbass baby mama down there, she was acting a fool. You know, he was like, well, what did you want me to do? And she was just like, what do you mean, what do I want you to do? How you gonna control, you know, a business if you can't even control your bitch? Now, these are kind of fighting words. Every time she said yo bitch, I was just like, I mean, it's clear that she don't have respect for the girl, but you can't just say control your woman. I mean, that right there shows us some hostility there. Even if you saying that you're not trying to sleep with him and you're not trying to do all of this, that, and the other, you know, okay. So she was just like, the girl needs to respect the fact that he has a business and that he's trying to run this business and that she's not fucking him and there's nothing that she needs to worry about there. And he says, you know, well, he's willing to try to get that, you know, under control. Yes, he feels like they have gone backwards some, but now he wants to move forward. Now, old man Richie D is sitting over there listening and kind of smirking at himself because she's chastising Fresher with a PH. And as of now, Fresher is trying to fall in line. But old man Richie D comes in with the old man logic and he says, you know, you just got to know how you want to move forward as an artist, you know, because you're the one that's going to be up on stage, not me. I said, thank God for small. You see his old decrepit ass up there trying to do something. So I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but yeah, he went on and gave him a little bit of that, you know, for them to think about. So now Fresher with a PH has to, you know, he has to fix the problem. He's been staying with his granny because Jenn, the groupie slayer, she been wilding. All right, she's still been upset ever since he, you know, the showcase, and he didn't you know, I guess put Janoski in her place. So when he walks in the door, you know, oh yeah, Jenn the groupie slayer, she was very nice. I mean, she put his shit in boxes and everything. I mean, you didn't even put it in trash bags. She didn't put it in boxes, real nicely organized and everything, but your ass got to go. He was just like, listen, Jenn, you ain't even got to do this, okay? First of all, the other night you wasn't even supposed to be there. She said, what are you talking about? I wasn't supposed to be there. I can go any fucking where I want to go, all right? Plus, I'm trying to be on this label with you. I'm trying to hold this business down with you. I'm trying to be there for my man. I get there, he all, you know, cozy with the fucking artist, and I'm tired of this. I'm tired of trying to act like I'm you know, not in his life. I'm tired of trying to you know, let him present himself as the single artist, as the single businessman. No, I'm on this shit and I want myself to be seen. I mean, you can't fault her for thinking that way, but Jenn is a little unstable. I mean, she's just a whole lot extra. And then couple that with Fresher with a PH's, you know, bullshit and taking her through the ringer and all that. This is just a This couple is just, it's too much. So she was just like, you gotta go until you learn how to respect me. She don't respect me. You don't respect me. Okay, you didn't even have my back. She was talking to me all crazy and slick and all of that. Well, how can he make this better? Well, you can make it better by getting the hell on, okay? Until you can be the man that you were when we were in 6th grade. Girl, did you really just fix your mouth to say that? What man is he in the fucking 6th grade, Jenn, the groupie slayer? I was just like, that has got to be one of the stupidest comments I've ever heard somebody say on this show. But until you can be the man that was on the kickball field in 6th grade while I was playing tetherball and had my ponytails in, then I ain't got no more words for you. Get to stepping. Once again, old man Richie D is coming through, okay? Like I said, he feels like he has a star, so he really wants to impress her. So he takes Janoski to DJ K Slay, all right? And hell, this can make or break your career. I mean, if DJ K Slay loves your music, then damn it, it's no limit to where you can go. Okay, so yeah, they're there, and DJ K Slay, I'm sorry, I don't know who this is because I'm not in New York, but evidently he's a huge DJ out there in New York, and he wants to hear what Janoski has. Can you do a little freestyle? She says yes, and y'all, I didn't learn the freestyle because I got to do 2 damn videos, okay? I gave y'all a little bit. Everybody want to know Janoski. Everybody want to know where I be. That's going to have to do. But she did pretty good on the, it wasn't nothing stellar, but it was enough for you to know that she could, if she put herself to it, she could probably get a proper type of freestyle out. So, DJ K Slay, he's impressed. He likes her. Girl, keep going. So this is good. All right. So, old man Richie D was just like, he was almost in that ho-ho stance. I was just like, oh, you guys, we are very slowly going to see it switch over. Hasn't happened yet, because we still don't even know how old Janoski is. All right. But, and that might be the only reason why old man Richie D is holding back his old ding-a-ling. But he says, listen, I done did a whole lot for you already. Okay, I done brought the heavy hitters to the showcase, and I done brought you here to DJ K Slay. And she was like, you right. You've done more for me in a couple of days than, Fresh with a PH has ever done in the last few months that we've been working together. And he says, okay, so then I need something. I said, what you need, old man Richie D? I know I wasn't the only one that was just like, nigga, she looked like a baby. What the fuck you need? But he says that he needs exclusivity. Okay, she can't be going back and forth between him and Fresh with a PH. And she says, you right. So I'm going to rock with you. All right. And he says, okay, good. That means that the paperwork will be in the mail in the morning. Okay. Gonna sign her up real quick so he can fuck up her career. Now, Safari and Erica, I was just like, this is such an unnecessary argument. I mean, I guess when you first get together and you guys are like really emotional and everything is about passion and all of this, you get into these silly type arguments. I'm telling you, anybody that's been together with somebody any length of time, you will learn to just choose your battles. This is not that big of a deal, okay? Because at the end of the day, Erica is okay with Yandy coming to the wedding. Yes, I understand that she feels like Safari lied to her, okay? I get all of that. But if you find with Yandy coming and Safari wants her to come, then what the fuck is the problem? Okay, but she's saying that she can't trust him because he lied so much that he might be lying in any other text messages because he, first of all, he's saying that he didn't invite her. Even though it wasn't a proper invitation, he was feeling Yandy out to see if she wanted to come. I'm imagining if she said, yes, I want to come, then he would have been like, okay, you are invited. Okay, so it's a little bit of semantics there. But the whole thing is, you can call your man. You could be like, yeah, your ass thought you was slick. Okay, nigga, you had invited her, or you wanted her to come, but you didn't want to say it to me. All right. Instead of you not crying and poking your lips out and being upset that he lied to you, why didn't you just say, look, I know what it is. You probably was thinking I was going to be mad and everything, but if you would have just talked to me and said, I want her to come because she's like a sister to me and she does this, that, and the other for me, and I'm close to the family and whatnot, then we could have had a proper discussion. Instead, it's all about, I don't trust you and you might be doing it. Now, granted, Safari has done his shit, so that might also be the reason why Erica is so insecure in this whole thing. But honestly, you guys, I was just like, it's not that big of a deal. Now he gonna keep on saying he didn't invite her because he didn't say those words, okay? And we can go back and forth all day about this, whether or not it was an invitation or not. But it was just like, I was just like, oh, she was getting so upset, and I was just like, girl, let me tell you, if you guys are together 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, trust me, it's going to be plenty of arguments to be had. Okay? Don't waste your energy on small, trivial arguments like this. Okay? Have a discussion, get it very clear what it is, how we need to communicate to each other, and keep it pushing. Because this, I was just like, But, after she has a little hissy fit and says she's not going to do it and walks out the room and he's treating her like she's stupid and everything, he goes and talks to Tahiri. Now, another thing that I don't understand is why men go talk to single women, when they're having their issues with their wife or their wife-to-be. But maybe because supposedly Tahiri and Erica are now such best friends. But, he's telling her what happened and why Erica feels the way that she does. And she was like, man, no woman can tell your wife how to feel or how she should, not how to feel, what she should know about you. Your wife, in other words, what she was saying is your wife should know everything about you before any other bitch. And yes, I agree. That should be it. Okay? In this case, what is it so much that Erica doesn't know that another bitch knows? It was just like, y'all making this so much more. And she was just like, you done made it because she can't trust you. You broke the trust and all of this. I said, oh, God. And then, of course, Safari, because I don't even know if it's because he has no backbone, but he's definitely one of these men that's just going to always kowtow to his woman, especially somebody as strong-willed as Erica. And even though he felt the way that he felt, and even said that it wasn't that big of a deal, all of a sudden he's like, you know what, you're right, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that she's happy. I'm gonna tell you another thing. Okay, y'all know I'm on my soapbox a little bit today, but these motherfuckers in these relationships will remind me of certain things. If you continue to start let me just start over. If you start a relationship off with always trying to please the other person, and forgetting about how you feel, is just always about making sure that they're happy and making sure you are gonna be very unhappy. Okay, because it's two people in this relationship and it's two people feelings and we not always going to agree on everything. And sometimes we just going to have to agree to disagree. You cannot just keep bending yourself over backwards to try to make this person happy over and over. Now, I get it. They're about to get married. We want it to be nice and peaceful and, a good time, and she's pregnant and all of that. So yeah, you might want to be gingerly touch around these feelings and all of that, but it'll come a point in time when you're gonna have to stand your ground. Damn it, this is what it is. Okay, I'm sorry that you feel that way. That was not my intentions. I'm not trying to make you feel, however you feeling, but this is just what it is. Okay, and you can choose to stay mad about it or you can move the fuck on with your feelings. So I'm just letting y'all know that this is how it has to get eventually. It might not be there at the beginning, you guys, and trust me, it was not there at the beginning for me. It wasn't there like that for a long time. Okay, but eventually it just got to the point where I was just like, I just can't keep on, not saying how I feel. That's just silliness. So that's me just giving a little advice to Safari, but whatever. He wants to make his girl happy, fine. He goes and put some roses and candles and shit, teddy bears and all this on top of a roof somewhere, it looked like, or a balcony or whatever, because that's what he does. And she likes that kind of thing. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with making your partner happy. Okay. Sometimes you got to do that too. Okay. So he gets it there and he tells her, she was right and he was wrong and he's sorry. And, he didn't want to make her feel like that. And, she's so happy. And, I mean, if that's all it took to make him happy, then I guess, right? So he apologizes and he gets down on his knees and gives her this 4-year watch. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's a very expensive watch that she's been wanting. She's, oh baby, this is all I ever wanted. I wanted this a long time. And she's happy. He's happy. The wedding is in 2 weeks, bitch. We getting married. Everybody, look, fine. Happy wife, happy life. Now we see Remy, and Remy says that she's behind with her own music schedule and getting this album out because, life happened. She had the baby. She had some legal issues. There's a whole bunch of shit that went on. So she's off track, but she's ready to get back on track because the talk that she had with Joe really put her on notice. She needs to get this shit done. So she meets up with her husband, Pap, and she tells him, look, I listened to Joe and I thought about it and he's right, so I've cleared my schedule out and, we gonna go on down to Miami for a few weeks so I can just hurry up and hash out this album and get it out. And Pap was like, pump the brakes. Okay, baby, I love you to death and I do, but I'm kind of wanting to put my career back on track as well, and I've been out there. I've been kind of, putting a little music here and there out there, and people are starting to get in contact, they're interested. And if I stop all that right now, then I'm going to lose the interest. So I can't really do Miami right now. Okay, well, that's why there's 2 of you. Okay, and one has to go down there and take care of the business for some few weeks, and the other one has to stay here and take care of the business for some few weeks. It's not nothing that they can't do, but they have the baby, and we know that Pap is so attached to the baby. He was like, leave the baby here so you can just go down there and, really concentrate. And she was just like, first of all, the baby is breastfed. How are you going to feed the baby? I can't pump that much milk. And he was just like, but, you need to concentrate, how you going to concentrate on work with the baby? She was like, well, how you going to concentrate on work with the baby? Like, we both in the same position. We both trying to get our music out there and hustle. So I think, the benefit of having a titty there, kind of, that wins out that argument. The baby's got to go with Remy. And I'm sure he'll be able to go down there a couple of days and all that, so it's, fine. So she's going down there. She's going to concentrate on work. So then we see her in the studio. She's there, she's got the baby with her. I guess, work looks different these days for Remy, but she did get a babysitter to come with her, so that helps out a lot. The babysitter comes and takes the baby, and then she takes a call from Joe, and Joe's just checking up on her, making sure that she's doing what she needs to do. And she says, "You're right. You did. You lit a fire up under my ass, and now I'm doing this." So she's down there. She said Pap wasn't really happy about splitting, the 2 of them up for these weeks. He's all about black love, but if it's for a necessary cause such as this, then they will make it work. Okay, but she's happy, thankful, to Joe, and they have a pretty good relationship. And so yeah, all's well that ends well for Remy Ma. We gonna see what album she puts out from this time. Is the album out already, you guys? Does she have the album? And then, you guys, we see Jonathan. He's over at Sin's new place, okay? And they're having a karaoke night. The girls are hanging out. Well, the girls and Jonathan. They're hanging out. They've invited Juju as well. I have absolutely no idea why Juju is on the show. What is she there for? She is truly just a friend. Must be, one of Mona's favorites to keep her on there. She is really kind of like the Nikki baby of New York, especially this season, but whatever. So, they're fooling around the karaoke. Juju comes over, and Jonathan, as drama filled as he is, he really needs Juju to kind of remind him what happened at the showcase. Okay, because he was so drunk that all he remembers is yelling. And he knows what he was yelling about, but Well, then what the fuck do you need to be reminded about? Juju was just like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. You was just so belligerent and I couldn't get any words in. I didn't think he was belligerent at all. I thought he was very clear on what he was saying. And he seemed to remember just fine when he told Sin, basically, that Erica's trying to hook Tahiri and Joe back up together. You know, and Sin was just like, well, ain't this about a bitch? I mean, so what? She's doing that so you guys can come back and tell me and I can have like a full breakdown. You know, get the fuck out of here with that. I'm like, you know, Joe is a grown man. He gonna love who he wanna love, okay? Sin can't dictate what he does in his love life, okay? But she is feeling a certain kind of way about Erica. I mean, damn, we used to be involved with each other. I mean, you think that she would have some level of just a tiny bit of respect for her. Even if you don't care about this relationship, I mean, you could just stay out of it. That's something that you can do. But she's not gonna worry about it. Joe gonna do what he wanna do. Tahiri gonna do what she wanna do. Erica gonna do what she wanna do. Okay, she's got to focus on her music because that's what they do on this show. They focus on their music when everything else is fucked up, and the music be halfway right too, y'all. But yeah, otherwise she can't even worry herself about it. Jonathan says, well, maybe you should just sit down and talk to Joe and just kind of find out what's what. So then we see her in the studio, you guys, and I did learn this song mostly because it was easy. It sounds like tell me how you want me, give it to you night and day. I'm talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I know she don't sound like that. What's her name? Ellie, whatever her name is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The one that sings in one note. It seems like the whole thing. Y'all young girls love to get y'all that one note. Anyway, you guys, I got Sin's song here. Oh, I think I might have forgot. I gotta remember it real quick, you guys, but let me just give you a little sample. I ain't scared of this here. I ain't scared of doing the work. I ain't scared. Hold on, one more time. I ain't scared of this here. I ain't scared of doing the work. We don't need no whispering, screaming out, I'm listening. Baby, no question. Baby, no question. Oh, I'm just trying to ride it out. I'm not trying to slow you down. Don't make this so difficult. Okay, I'm gonna sing it one more time because you guys, I actually know the song. It's just that the words are so little, I can barely see it. So one more again. I ain't scared of this here. I ain't scared of doing the work. We don't need no whispering, screaming out, I'm listening. Baby, no question. Baby, no question. Oh, I'm just trying to ride it out. I'm not trying to hold you now. Why you don't make this so difficult? You can tell she's talking about that damn Joe. I bet you he is a difficult motherfucker. Anyway, that's her little sample of song that she's singing there. And then who should walk in the door but Joe? Okay, and he seems to be impressed by the song. He was like, all right, baby, no question. She was like, hey, Joe. Okay, I was like, this is pleasant considering their last meeting didn't go so well. She's gonna take a little break from her studio time and have a little talk-see with him. So she sits down with him and she says, so it's been brought to my attention that Erica's trying to hook you and Tahiri back up. Now, I have to give it to Joe. Even though he's very aware of him hanging with Tahiri these last, couple of times that they did, that it wasn't going to look right. Joe didn't know that Erica was trying to put them together. I mean, Erica did say some slick shit. Oh, the both of you guys are single and all of that. But, he is not necessarily the guilty one in this, even though he knew that this wasn't going to look right, even if it got back to Sin. I did go over to Safari's and Tahiri was there, and then, we did do some shopping for the wedding. Now, that would have kind of got under my skin. Okay, oh, y'all shopping together? Like, who the fuck just decides to shop together with somebody and you ain't talked to them in years and years and years, supposedly? Okay, so that would have kind of made me be like, shopping, huh? She was just like, well, I'm just trying to say that, it don't look right. Okay, the shit don't look right. That's your ex, and we got our history. And he says, well, I can see how it would look confusing. She said, it's not confusing, it's hurtful. All right. And, you know, if you're going to continue to do this, all I'm trying to say is I need to be respected as your baby mama, okay, as an ex. I mean, you know, I ain't trying to just look straight crazy out here in these streets. And he says, well, I understand that. And he wants to be respectful. And she says, and that's a big umbrella, this umbrella of respect. A lot lies underneath there. Well, I don't know how much, you know, Joey can stay under the umbrella. Might get a little wet on the sides, you guys. But she makes it clear, listen, I'm not the one to fuck with. What you gonna do, singer? You ain't gonna do nothing but scream and yell, you know, hot Latina tempered. And then he gonna just look at you like this deadpan face and act like he don't know what you're talking about, and you gonna get more frustrated. And child, we done seen that movie 100 times. But whatever. She does have the talk with him, fine. Now, Jonathan, because Sin is his bestie, remember, he's just tired of the mess and he wants to get to the bottom of this. So he decides to invite Erica and Sin out to talk. Now, I knew that this was going to be a bad idea because I tell you guys, that Erica is gutter. Don't let the pretty face fool you, okay? If she like you, we good. If she don't really like you, we not good, okay? And for whatever reason, she still has, like, I don't really know why she has funky feelings for Sin. I mean, they broke up, but it was just like, first of all, that I really felt that was a gay for pay for both of them. You know, nobody really looks at them as as gay or bisexual. It just seemed like it was something that they did for the show. Did you take the relationship that seriously anyway? So Jonathan says, okay, so you're trying to set Tahiri up with Joe, and Erica's sort of just like, yeah, and what's the problem? Well, the problem is, you know, Sin says, you as my ex trying to hook my ex up with his ex, okay, is just really messy. You know, well, Erica doesn't see it that way. You know, she don't really care. She's got kids and her first baby father, she don't give a fuck what he does. So, you know, she don't move that way. She just can't worry about it. You know, she don't think about, oh my God, what is Sin thinking and all of that. But the thing is, Erica, Sin and Joe just broke up. The difference here is you guys are all interconnected some kind of way. And, you know, Sin is just trying to talk to her as a woman. Like, you know, you're pregnant. You know, you should understand how I feel as a woman. You know, you've been in these same shoes that I've been in. Erica's just like, her whole thing is just like, I don't really care. I don't really care. You know, they are both have mad history, mad chemistry together. And I guess she's just made it her point that she wants to put them two together. Okay. So she's just going to continue to act like she don't understand what Sin is talking about. And it was just a moot point. You know, Sin was just started crying. And Erica's like, oh, so now you're going to cry to make me look like the big bad wolf. I was like, oh, I told you guys that Erica is, Sin gets so frustrated. She gets a phone call. She gets up, she takes a call and ends up leaving. Jonathan was just like, well, look, she's just left. And Erica's just sort of like, oh, well, like that ain't got nothing to do with me. Until you in those same shoes, keep on living, Erica. All right, you guys, that is it. It was a filler episode, nothing really, but anyway, I'm about to do Love and Hip Hop Miami and then run in the subway. I got a lot to do in this hour, you guys. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.